General Hospital spoilers will reveal exciting developments on Friday, December 20th, 2024. First, Carly feels like her life is falling apart as a series of major events unfold, plunging her family into a state of deep crisis. As a strong woman who has faced countless challenges in the past, Carly has never felt as helpless as she does now. Dex's death is a shock not only for Jocelyn but also for Carly herself. Seeing her daughter fall into deep grief, Carly cannot suppress her feeling of helplessness, not knowing how to help Jocelyn overcome it. Jocelyn is engulfed in pain, with erratic moods and sometimes questioning the meaning of everything around her. Carly tries to be a solid support for her daughter, but her comforting words seem insufficient to fill the void that Dex left in Jocelyn's heart. Before Carly can find a way to help Jocelyn heal, she faces another shock, the affair between Willow and Drew. Willow, whom Carly once considered a daughter, and Drew, whom she trusted greatly, have now betrayed the family values they once held dear. Carly feels her heart being torn apart, not only from the disappointment but also from the impact this has on Michael and the entire family. Michael, who has always been the one to hold the family together, is now struggling to cope with the pressure from all sides. He has to take care of Willow and the children while also dealing with the cracks in the family relationships he has always cherished. Carly clearly sees the exhaustion and stress in Michael, which makes her feel that she must do something to help her family stay strong. In the midst of this chaos, Sonny emerges as a rare pillar of support. With his experience from numerous family crises, Sonny brings Carly the calm she needs. He advises Carly to step back, not let emotions overpower reason, and look at the situation more holistically. Carly, despite the turmoil within her, understands that she needs to remain calm if she wants to get things back on track. Sonny's words help her regain the patience needed to think things through. However, Carly knows that the road ahead will not be easy. Healing the family requires not just her effort but also changes from everyone. Determined to protect her family, Carly reminds herself that despite the pain, she will not allow these events to destroy the sacred bond between loved ones. She will continue to rise, as she always does, to help her family overcome the greatest challenges. Second, Liz feels as though her world is gradually falling apart as everything around her at General Hospital becomes increasingly chaotic and uncontrollable. As a dedicated nurse, she has always poured her heart into caring for her patients, but recently, the sudden departures of several patients on her list have left her stunned. At first, Liz tried to convince herself that it was just an unfortunate coincidence, but as the number of similar cases continues to rise, the unease within her becomes impossible to ignore. The stress not only affects her work but also causes Liz to lose sleep many nights, continuously questioning whether she missed something or if she had inadvertently made a mistake. Unable to keep her worries inside, Liz decides to turn to Rick, her ex-husband and a talented lawyer. She believes Rick can help her find answers or at least guide her through this confusing situation. When Liz presents her case, Rick listens seriously, allowing her to express her emotions and thoughts without interrupting. He understands that her concerns are not only about her professional reputation but also about the safety and lives of the patients she cares for. After carefully analyzing the situation, Rick offers helpful advice and recommends that Liz have legal representation to protect her interests if things take a turn for the worse. Feeling that Rick's advice is necessary, Liz decides to share everything with Lucky. Lucky has long been an important part of Liz's life, someone she can trust in her most difficult moments. When Liz recounts what is happening, Lucky can't hide his concern. He realizes that the issue is not merely a series of random events but could be connected to a danger that Liz cannot face alone. With determination and a desire to protect Liz, Lucky reaches out to Rick to learn more about what he can do. The meeting between Lucky and Rick takes place in a serious atmosphere. Initially, Rick is surprised by Lucky's straightforwardness and determination when he demands that Rick not only help Liz but also become her official legal representative. However, Rick quickly realizes that Lucky truly cares about Liz and is willing to do whatever it takes to help her through this tough time. After some consideration, Rick agrees and begins to formulate a plan to investigate the unusual events at the hospital. Rick and Lucky's involvement brings Liz a sense of relief that she has not felt for a long time. Third, after a lengthy conversation with Michael about issues concerning Drew and the future of Aurora, Curtis makes an inevitable decision: it's time to remove Drew from the company. Past events continue to haunt Curtis, making it impossible for him to move on from the betrayal Drew caused.
Curtis had been a loyal employee, dedicating himself to building Aurora from the very beginning. He believed that his efforts and commitment would be recognized, but instead, Drew had ousted him from the CEO position without any warning. This action was not only a personal betrayal but also a devastating blow to Curtis's self-esteem.
Drew did not hesitate to remove him, someone who always put the company's interests first, to place Michael in a leadership role, making Curtis feel abandoned and forgotten. These bitter feelings are further ignited when Curtis reflects on the damage Drew has done to Aurora. Not only did he manipulate power, but Drew also created a work environment filled with tension and conflict, undermining the trust of the staff. Curtis feels that, to save Aurora and restore the values the company once represented, Drew must be completely removed. But more than that, this is not just about the company, it's also a personal battle. Curtis is determined to take revenge on Drew at any cost. He no longer feels bound by the loyalty or fake morality Drew has broken. In his conversation with Michael, Curtis presents a detailed plan to gradually eliminate Drew from Aurora, from reducing his power to exposing the wrongdoings Drew has concealed. Curtis wants not only to remove Drew but also to prove that betrayal cannot go unpunished. He is committed to using all his resources to expose Drew to the board of directors and shareholders, so everyone can see Drew's true character. This is not just revenge, it's a way for Curtis to reclaim his honor. With strong determination and a clear plan, Curtis is ready to face Drew, turning his pain into motivation to not only protect Aurora's future but also to assert that he will never again be a victim of betrayal. Fourth, Alexis is consumed by an unhealable pain since Sam's death. The loss of Sam has left a wound that will never heal in the heart of her mother, turning each day into a series of emotions filled with regret, sorrow, and helplessness. Alexis cannot accept that her daughter, once strong and full of life, has passed away in such tragic circumstances. The pain becomes more severe as she cannot find comfort, only a sense of helplessness as the questions surrounding Sam's death remain unanswered. But as Alexis struggles to face this loss, a new concern arises, pushing her into an even more intense and chaotic spiral. She witnesses Christina, her remaining daughter, slowly being consumed by hatred, clouding her judgment. Christina, in her anger and sorrow over her losses, is determined to take revenge on Ava, whom she believes is responsible for all the tragedies. Although the court has ruled Ava innocent and concluded that the death of Christina's child was an accident, Christina refuses to accept the truth. Despite everyone's advice, she continues to seek ways to take revenge on Ava, regardless of the consequences. This terrifies Alexis. She sees the hatred slowly destroying her daughter, pulling Christina into a dangerous spiral she cannot escape on her own. As a mother, Alexis knows that if she doesn't intervene soon, Christina could end up making mistakes that she won't be able to undo. However, all of Alexis's advice and efforts cannot change Christina's mind. In this deadlock, Alexis knows she needs Sonny's help, as he holds great influence over Christina. With no other option, Alexis decides to turn to Sonny for help. She frankly explains Christina's situation and expresses her concern that Sonny's quiet support for her daughter is only making things worse. Alexis hopes that Sonny, rather than continuing to encourage Christina's pursuit of revenge, will help her daughter face the truth and move on from the pain. Alexis knows that Sonny is also suffering over Christina's condition, but she believes that only he has the power to make Christina listen and understand that hatred is not the way to resolve things. With her last hope placed in Sonny, Alexis hopes they can save Christina before it's too late. In Alexis's heart, protecting Christina is not just a responsibility, but the only way she can find meaning in her life after all the losses. Finally, Trina, with determination and courage, stands before Laura and promises that she will do everything in her power to protect Ace from the dangers posed by the spreading news of Heather's return. She is deeply aware that Heather is a great threat, not only because of her criminal past but also due to the instability and danger she always brings. Ace, with the innocence and vulnerability of a child, could become a target of Heather's dark plans. Trina knows that Ace needs a strong protector, and she is ready to take on that role. The special feelings Trina has for Ace are not only a responsibility but also deep love, motivating her to be more determined than ever to keep him safe. She assures Laura that no one, not even Heather, can harm Ace as long as she is here. Along with protecting Ace, Trina also keeps her promise to herself that she will not allow any danger to harm her. As a young woman full of strength, Trina realizes that in order to protect the one she loves, she needs to be strong and clear-headed enough to face any worst-case scenario. She begins to prepare mentally and take action, from staying strong to learning how to handle emergencies.
Trina's promise gives Laura a rare sense of relief in these stressful times.
Laura, who has always watched over and supported Trina through many challenges, feels proud and emotional as she witnesses this young woman grow, not only in thought but also in action. Trina's kindness, determination, and sense of responsibility make Laura believe that no matter how difficult the situation gets, Ace will be kept safe. This faith not only helps Laura feel at ease but also strengthens the hope that, no matter Heather's intentions upon her return, they will face and overcome whatever challenges lie ahead.